But no, seriously, my wife, like, I think she was a Goonies. They had the Goonies, but she's a couple years older than me, and I wasn't a Goonies fan.
I seriously can't remember.
I like Ernest Goes to Camp.
Oh yeah, Ernest Scared Stupid.
No, not. There's only one good Ernest movie. It's Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Saving Christmas was quasi okay, but the rest of them were terrible.
I liked any of the Ernest movies because it's just stupid fun.
It's just
you see like Major Pain.
Major Pain. Now that's high quality.
That's
film.
a high quality comedy.
That is good stuff.
Yeah. I don't remember the first time I saw The Goonies, but it's like a classic. We're gonna have to watch it for Halloween. For you guys that don't know, during Christmas, our family, I think we talked about this during Christmas, but our family does a week of movies and dinners.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Right. So the week of Christmas we'll do Monday. My movie's always like Die Hard, and we have appetizers because it's a
dinner
place
party,
a dinner like holiday party, right? So we try to match. We'll do Elf,
hors d'oeuvres, and pedophores, stuff like that.
With Elf, we'll do breakfast. Because he's drinks the
maple syrup on pasta.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, we haven't gone that crazy yet, but anyway. So we haven't done it for Halloween, and so my wife's like, "Man, we should start watching Halloween movies.
Watch Hannibal and eat brains."
Well, so the thing is, like, so last night we had plenty of time. We ordered some pizzas, just and we're like, "Oh, let's watch a movie. Let's watch a Halloween movie." There's so many that are not appropriate for kids. Like, I'm gonna have to sit down and have to figure it out.
That's the theme of Halloween movies. I don't even think
like Hocus Pocus.
I don't even think Ernest Scared Stupid's appropriate for kids.
It's kind of really scary.
Scared the heck out of me.
It's really scary. Now our middle kid Piper, she likes scary movies.
Yeah, so
that stuff is not scary to her.
No, my second, he doesn't like.
Parker,
or loves them.
He's a little small for some of that stuff. So
I think the younger one and his mother having a tonight, while the older one and I are at baseball practice. They're having a Stranger Things marathon.
Ooh, what a good show! But see, you can't watch that with Parker. It'd be too scary for him. We watched I think War of the Worlds, the new one, the Tom Cruise one. And it scared the daylights out of him. Like, he needed like a nightlight and all kinds of stuff, just for that. So, yeah.
I don't know. We do a Halloween. Laura loves to do a Halloween themed meal that harkens back to her childhood and
peeled grapes, like little eyeballs.
But that's kind of like, I guess, on the hors d'oeuvre side of it. So they make I think there's like pigs in a blanket that can look like mummies, right?
Yeah,
If you cut the things just right, there's something that looks like fingers, or so lots of different things over the years have came and gone with it. But the one thing that sticks out the whole plays through is I make little meatloafs that are. It's like a cup of meatloaf that I shape into a little wedge, kind of rounded wedge on the pan when I bake it, and they're rats.
Oh yeah.
And then you add little shoestring potatoes as like whiskers, and you put a little tail on them and little olive slice eyes, and we have.
I may not be able to eat that.
And you have a little meatloaf rat.
Even though you know what it is.
So anyway, that's our Halloween. Our Halloween meal
like
tradition is a meatloaf rat with ghost mashed potatoes.
Funny story about meatloaf. Shauna's grandma, I guess, made really good meatloaf. Didn't get a chance to meet her. She's passed. And so like early on, I love meatloaf. Like I love meatloaf.
Love a good
meatloaf.
It's
a great dish, right?
High quality food.
And I don't like the ketchup on it, but we'll put barbecue sauce on top of it, right?
Well, here's the secret.
Oh.
Do you want Mitch's meatloaf masterpiece recipe?
Well, yeah.
Secret?
Hold on. Let me finish my story. Then you can tell me, because it's very. I might need your recipe. So I make a good meatloaf, but Shauna like would refuse to have meatloaf. So one day I was like, well, this was early on in our relationship. We've probably only been dating like maybe a year or two, and I was like, man, I really want meatloaf, but meatloaf, so I'll make meat patties, like kind of like you're talking about, form little meat patties or whatever, and I'll call them meat patties, right? But it's meatloaf. Well, I didn't have any bread. I didn't have any crackers. All I had was Cheerios. And I was like, oh, well, I'll smash up some Cheerios.
Yeah.
That'll work, right? Okay. And then I didn't have an egg. And I forget what I used to substitute the egg. And I didn't have something else, right? And so, I made these
Did
meat
you have
patties.
meat?
I did have meat.
Okay,
I did have meat. But it wasn't like the 80-20. It was like the 93-7, right? So it really wasn't fatty. Well, anyways, they were the most disgusting thing you've ever had in your entire life. And since then, she swore off my meatloaf entirely. But she will every now and then make a meatloaf like her grandma made. And so it like scratches that itch. But it's like every 2 years. And I need it more often than that. I need meatloaf like, I don't know. Once a week would not be a problem for me. Well, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, peas.
Well, oh yeah. So the Italian breadcrumb container, little cylinder, Italian breadcrumbs.
We like the panko.
Well,
same thing, just panko.
But it's what's the
Progressio?
Maybe that's the brand. Is that the brand?
It's like
maybe?
a
blue tube,
yeah,
right?
Blue tube.
The meatloaf recipe's on the back of that.
Oh,
right? That's
okay.
what you're going
that's
for.
Mitch's.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. So that's your base, right? But then your topping, it's brown sugar, and then you add enough ketchup to turn it into a slurry. But you're making a brown sugar slurry.
I don't like ketchup.
That's the base for your barbecue sauce, man. No, anyway, that's what I'd recommend. So it's not a ketchup-y top. It's this brown sugar top that, like,
if my family would eat it, I would put mustard on
the ketchup's like the vehicle.
No, I'm serious. If my family would eat it instead of ketchup or barbecue sauce, I'd put mustard on it.
Well, since we're doing, all right, so I want to keep the theme going here because we're doing this food-themed podcast here.
Because we got our Fall into Fun coming up.
We do. So you just said that you guys had some pizza.
Yes.
I have a great local pizza hack, but where'd you get your pizza from?
Papa John's.
That's not local. Ooh.
We drove into Liberty. Papa John's, by far, has the best pizza of the three lower end pizza chains. So if you think of Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, hands down, no competition, has the best pizza.
Yeah, I think some people would argue that they're not in that same classification as Domino's.
Yeah, but the pricing is, right? Then I just mean like from a price standpoint, right? Pizza Shop is really good, local, but they're like a little, they're a little more expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, they're it's good pizza, but it's like you're paying almost double. Like we paid $7 for a one topping large, right? Yesterday.
Well, so here's my pizza hack. Love this hack. It's a lot of fun. It's quick. It's easy. It's not carry-out pizza, but it's the old take and bake from our local Papa Murphy's. I love
a good take and bake from Papa Murphy's.
Take and bake from Papa Murphy's, but Papa
Murphy's have a coupon for it.
No, Papa Murphy's has these $6.99 mediums, 2 topping, right?
Okay.
Here's the beauty: you take them and bake them. You're not restricted to you have them put on the 2 toppings you don't have at home.
You put on whatever toppings you want.
Right?
Yeah.
You bring it home. So
you get the pepperoni.
You got the sack of
pepperoni.
Do you have the sack of bacon?
Whatever.
You're a Sam's Club guy. You got the sack of bacon from Sam's Club, like the bacon bits, sack of bacon bits. It's like 5 pounds of bacon.
Make our own bacon.
No, it's bacon bits in a sack. You just get a fistful and throw it on the pizza. Yeah. Every pizza gets it.
Black olives.
Black olives. There's
onions, red onions.
Costco has these artichoke hearts in oil.
Oh, yeah.
So good. They're seasoned. And anyway, jar of those in the fridge. So you just pick sun-dried tomatoes. You just pick the couple toppings that you don't have.
Yeah.
Like we like doing a It's a garlic sauce. My friend Harper, who's a fifth grader.
Shout out.
Shout out to Harper. This is her pizza, and she's right. It's the best one. It's this garlic white sauce
Okay.
and
Can't have it.
chicken and bacon and sun-dried tomatoes
Ooh, that sounds good.
and artichoke hearts on there. I don't think she wanted the artichoke hearts, but yeah, I put them on my half.
Yeah. It's kind of like a spinach dip, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, like an artichoke spinach.
Yeah.
dip. You should put some spinach on it.
I totally could.
Some nice.
Now we make a pizza.
Would you have to cook the spinach first, or would you?
We make
put a little oil and then just put the leaves on it, and then it would just bake down.
Well, there's two different ways. Sometimes you can put fresh spinach leaves on top of the pizza after it comes out. After it comes out, and then they just stay fresh. Or you want to saute them in oil.
Yeah, that's how we know it. With a little garlic, little
onion,
lemon.
Yep. You'll want to. I think you want to cut it first, though.
Oh, I don't. When I put it in the pan, I just take that. I just overload it.
Oh
right?
yeah. No, I get it.
Salt,
but on my pizza, I don't want the
Oh yeah, you don't want the leaf or the stem.
I like to stem. If I'm gonna cook down my spinach, I like to stem it. If I'm going to eat it raw as a salad, I'm fine. But if I'm going to cook it down, I nip the stems.
You know what I also like to do is take that spinach and then butterfly some pork chops or some chicken. Just stuff it with it, and then grill. It's delicious.
Do you put anything else with it when you stuff? Like
sometimes you can put a little cheese in there, a little mozz, a little provolone, something like that. You can do that. But I just like that spinach because normally we'd have it on the side, and then I take a little bite of pork chop. Put a little spinach on it and eat it. And I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing here? I just stuff it.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Sometimes it kind of oozes out on the grill or whatever, so you got to be careful. But I am thinking about from food related, I am thinking about how to do a smoked armadillo egg. You know what an armadillo egg is? Egg.
Armadillo is a mammal, marsupial, live birth in the pouch.
Okay.
No eggs.
I mean, everything has an egg.
Yeah, but that'd be way too small to cook.
Anyway.
I mean, even
that's
because
just called an armadillo egg. I don't know
because
why.
It's a marsupial.
I don't know. Listen, it's just what it's called.
The live
like an egg.
Baby armadillo is going to be tiny.
You have an egg, soft boil.
A real egg?
Soft boil.
Soft,
chicken egg.
Soft boil.
Soft boil.
How do you soft boil your egg? I got secrets. I got hacks.
I only hard boil. So.
How do you hard boil your eggs?
Cold water.
Okay.
Eggs.
Okay.
Stove.
Okay.
Kick that sucker on.
Yep.
Shauna knows the timing. I don't.
All right.
To not make it green, make the yolk green or whatever. It's like 8 minutes or something like that, roughly. And then and you start the timer from when you kick the thing on, not when it starts boiling.
Okay. Well, that's completely wrong.
And then you pull it, and you run cold water over it, and there you go.
And does the shell come off?
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right. So
and if it doesn't, you just take a little water and a cup, and you put it in there, and you put your hand over it, and you go, and it breaks the shell, and it comes off in one piece. You ever do that?
Don't need to, because I steam my eggs.
That's a lot of work.
No, it isn't. It's actually less work, less water. Inch of water, steamer basket. Get that thing rip roaring steaming.
I don't have a steamer basket.
Get a steamer.
I've
basket.
never steamed.
So
can I do my Ninja food?
No.
Pressure cooker? I think you can steam in that.
Water, steamer basket, get it boiling, okay? This is the greatest way to cook an egg. Now, what you have to do, they sell these things. There's lots of different ways to do it, but they sell a little egg piercer. The little cupped thing, and it has a needle in it, and you push the egg down, it pierces the shell. But it's not just the shell, it's the membrane inside the shell. So if you pierce that membrane with a little stick, and I've even used a the little corn sticker stabbers.
Yeah.
I used to just use those to poke the bottom of the egg. But then one year for Christmas, I got the little egg piercer, and you just pop it on there, and you just pop, and I like to pop it twice, 2 different holes.
Pop.
And then you put it in the steamer basket. Well, then it steams. The steam gets inside and cooks the egg and loosens up everything between that membrane and the egg. So then, like, peeling it is like nothing. It pops off in like 2 pieces.
Did you ever find?
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Okay,
I want to give the kind people out there the timing.
My apologies.
Rip roaring steaming. You set your poke.
So you get the steam going first.
It's boiling with the steamer basket. So you got boiling water, and eggs are going to be elevated above it. Mm-hmm. So then you put the pierced eggs in there. Put the lid on. 7.5 minutes. You have a perfectly buttery, delicious, soft-boiled egg. 14 minutes, hard-boiled. And then you water bath those things in ice water, and then pop them and take the shell off. Anyway, if you're ever making deviled eggs, don't do it any other way than this, because you will not have a single frustrating egg peel.
So here's my key to the egg peel.
I just told you,
old
they
eggs
just pop off.
Old eggs.
It does.
Fresh eggs never works. Old eggs. The closer to the expiration date, the best peel.
I used to have chickens. I could catch the egg out of the chicken, steam it, and the shell's gonna pop right off. I'm telling you, walk out to the coop, get the egg, pierce it is the secret.
Did you
pierce
wash it? Did you wash
it? It's steam.
Yeah.
Steaming the whole outside, sanitized.
I just have a thing about fresh eggs. I gotta wash them first before I do anything with it.
If you catch it out of the chicken
before it hits the ground, I guess it's better.
It just depends on how clean the little nesting boxes are.
Yeah.
And they like to keep their nesting boxes clean. You just can keep some fresh straw and stuff in there. What? I'm serious.
Well, it sounds like a lot more work than my method.
It's not. It's so easy.
A lot more work than my method.
We will have, Thanksgiving's coming up. We should have each of us in our own.
Should we do a deviled egg off?
We should do let's do a deviled egg cook-off.
Oh my gosh, this will be great.
So we will do time-lapse.
Staff meeting.
We'll do time-lapse videos in our own kitchens.
Of a dozen eggs.
A dozen eggs. Well, no. I need 24 perfect deviled egg
halves.
Deviled egg halves.
Yeah, that's 12 eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 eggs. 1 dozen eggs.
Yeah, how many eggs are you going to cook? Because you're going to screw up half of them peeling them.
No, I won't. I sometimes I'll get like one off. You know what I mean? Like,
you better buy your eggs now. You need a mold.
I need a mold, that's for sure. Trust me, I got old eggs in there.
Yeah, you just better leave them there. Thanksgiving's coming.
Eggs. Those are so good.
You need to practice is what you need to do, because you're gonna want to know.
Now when you do deviled egg interior, like
now you want the secret. You want my secrets for this?
Listen, Shauna makes it, so I can't even tell you. But I'm just going to ask you a simple question. I need to understand where you stand. Mayonnaise or no mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise.
How much mayonnaise?
Well, Miracle Whip, the tangy zip.
Okay. A significant amount?
No, I have a couple other secret ingredients that
I dislike mayonnaise with a passion. I will not eat a deviled egg that has
What about mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
Of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip.
Do you want to know my healthy deviled egg recipe? This one's great.
You know what? Let me tell you my healthy one first, and then you can tell me yours. Egg white.
Yep.
No yolk.
Correct.
Mustard. A little bit of pickle.
So just a mouthful of mustard?
And pickle. It's like double vinegar. But you get that crunch from the pickle.
Just a bunch of mustard?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Mustard and pickle. That's it.
Okay, mine's a little more involved.
Okay.
You can go fresh and make your own guacamole.
I like guacamole.
Now, I love guacamole chunky, right? I love a good, fresh, chunky.
Little avocado taste to it. Yeah.
But for this instance, you can make it as smooth as you want or buy
now,
guacamole.
When you make guacamole, do you went fresh? Do you get the packet of pre-guacamole, or you make your own guacamole seasoning?
It's not guacamole seasoning. It's onion. Start with me. Onion. All right. Onion, white and red. I like serrano chili peppers.
Oh, okay.
So serrano chili peppers, when they're red, adds better color. Garlic, fresh garlic, ground up fresh garlic. Prefer to grow my own. Lime, lots
definitely
and
lime.
lots
Lots of
and
lime.
lots and lots of fresh squeezed lime juice. And I try
Mm-hmm.
to just squeeze it so bad that the little pulpy, poppy, little lime, juicy bits get in there too. I
But
like
not
to.
the seeds.
There's no seeds in a lime. And perfect.
How does a lime tree produce then if there's no seeds in the
It's
lime?
like a seedless watermelon, man. I don't know.
Seedless watermelons aren't actually seedless.
For the majority, for the most part, they are compared to a seeded watermelon. Have you seen a seeded watermelon?
Yeah.
Then you'd call the other one seedless. That's what I'm saying. That's where the name came from. So, onions, garlic, serrano chili peppers, lots and lots of lime, bunch of cilantro,
Oh yeah, cilantro's
right?
good.
Bunch of cilantro. And I like to get all that going. And I use a Xylus Whirly Chop. It's a little,
Oh yeah.
works like
We have
a,
like a ninja blender.
it's like a pull weed eater string thing that
Yeah.
because it keeps everything kind of coarse. And then I put in the avocados because I like to keep it kind of chunky.
Monkey.
So
Yeah,
that's so
ninja
I don't
blender,
do
you
I don't do any
pulse it.
seasoning packet because I feel like onion, garlic, lime, cilantro, chili pepper is the seasoning.
Yeah, but I feel like the seasoning
And then
packet
salt
is
and pepper.
way easier.
Oh, salt and pepper. Lots of black pepper.
You lost me there a little bit. I love pepper, but I just don't want the pepper in my guacamole.
So then you take your
take your
you take
guacamole.
your super smooth guacamole and you add to it. Well, you get all your egg yolks.
Pickle.
No, you just take all your egg yolks for your.
Toss them.
No, you put them in and you add guacamole and you blend it up until it's the consistency you want. Pipe that stuff into your egg whites. There you go.
That could be kind of a good Halloween.
I know they're green. It's green eggs and
It's
ham.
green eggs. Yeah, it'd be a good Halloween dish. What other good Halloween dishes? You gotta do the Oreo cookies, like blended up like dirt, and you gotta put the gummy worms in them.
Dirt dessert gummy worm.
Right. Like, and especially if you do it in a pie form. Now you're a pie guy, so you do it in a nice little like chocolate pie with the Oreo topping on it, and you get the little worms coming out of the pie, coming out of the topping.
So do you like gummy worms? Like the original
yeah.
gummy worms?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the other ones are called the twin snakes. They're two different colors. That's the brand of them.
But they're gummy worms with
They're two-
alternating colors. So what you
Well, it's like a front and a back.
mean? Okay,
You know, and
just-
apparently they're two different flavors. I'm throwing up air quotes, but like, are they really two different flavors? Right? They're two
Kinda all
different
taste the
colors.
same. Yeah,
But
definitely.
do you like gummy worms?
I love gummy worms. I love gummy bears.
So I think it's one of those things that like flavor we've moved past the original gummy worm. It's like the little wax soda pop things that they used to have. Like it's wax, man,
like-
with some flavoring in
Like
it.
bottle caps. Where
Yeah. Yeah. It's like once we invented gushers,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like why do we need the wax anymore, right?
Exactly.
So
Gushers are great.
So gummy worms, the little trolley sour gummy worms, man, like once you get a good texture sour gummy worm that's just like popping with flavor, like the old school hard slap it on the counter gummy worm
yeah.
thing, like that's a thing of the past, man.
Yeah, those things are just.
That's the Swedish fish of today.
Oh my gosh, dude! Growing up, my brother loved those things, and like the first time I had one, I was like, they get caught in your teeth.
I
and
wouldn't
they're hard
even
to
use it as a
chew.
lure because I
This is
respect the
disgusting.
real fish too much. So
So we're gonna do a pie. We got our green.
I want to go back to gummy worms for a minute, though.
Oh, okay.
Did you see College Baseball World Series? Oral Roberts University.
I know.
I know. I'm telling you a story.
Okay.
The kind people out there in podcast land like stories. College Baseball World Series, Oral Roberts University. You know, there's not a lot this year. Not a lot of coverage of college baseball like through the season. It's not really
it's on,
until like the World Series thing happens, right? Unlike college football where it's like every
200 teams, but they're all over
and
the TV. Yeah.
So anyway, the Oral Roberts, the first base coach, when a kid gets on base, I say a kid, they're in their 20s, right? They're college baseball player, 18, 18 to 22, right? Around there somewhere. Anyway, they get on base. The guy feeds them a gummy worm. It's hilarious.
Why?
For getting to base.
Yeah, but like why?
Like a T-baller. It's a little treat. It's an incentive. Come on down.
Interesting.
I know. So I started doing it with the 13-year-old kids. It is a blast. I have a pack. I have a pocket full of. But see, I let them choose the flavor, and they want the trolley sour.
Oh yeah, the neon colored.
Yeah,
with a little sugar around it.
Yep. I got one kid though. You know, you feed them like a little baby bird. Well, no, not like a little baby bird. That
I was gonna say you're chewing it up and then spitting it in their mouth.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
That's weird.
But yeah. Most of the time you dangle the little worm. It's like an inch and a half long. They're not huge. Like the twin snake ones are like massive. The ones you're talking about for the dirt.
But the little
trolley ones, they're
tiny.
What? Maybe if you
inches.
stretched it out on a tape measure, you get 2 inches, right? But you know, most of the kids you just hold up, then they bite it with their teeth, and you know they're getting their sign from the other coach and taking their lead off, and you know doing their thing. Man, I got one kid licks my fingers every time. just goes like you know like it was like handing like a like a slice of you ever everybody's like, here, feed my dog a slice of cheese.
Right,
you ever had that?
And
you're
it's
like okay, and then you like gotta like retrieve from the elbow your arm back from their dog, and you're like you could have warned me about the aggressive cheese eating that your dog does. Anyway, so we're gonna do a pie. Now, time for your story. I just wanted to talk about gummy worms and baseball.
That sounds really good. We're gonna have our eggs, our guacamole eggs. No one will put me on the guacamole.
So are we doing? So you're saying we need some Halloween treats? Because see, I mean, Halloween's coming up in like 3 weeks.
Well,
you don't have your eggs don't have time to get old.
I've got some older eggs in there as it is. No, that's we're gonna do our cook off for Thanksgiving. I think that's perfect. Now I'm just trying to think of what movies and then like what foods like we could pair that are very Halloween-y
and kid friendly, like family Halloween movies.
Yeah, you got to do Hocus Pocus, right? Because that's pretty. That did scare Parker. The second one that came out, Hocus Pocus 2. I think it was 2.
It's frightening. Bette Midler didn't age. She's a witch.
It's
like
that's crazy.
It's amazing. She is amazing.
Which I thought the sequel. Did you watch them?
Yeah.
Did you watch them? Okay. I thought the sequel was not better than the first or as good, but I thought it was really close. I thought it was good. Most sequels are like,
Bette
especially
Midler
a comedy like
is
that.
Amazing. Amazing.
I don't know about amazing.
She's just a wonderful. It's like it was a stage performance. That's what's cool about it.
Yeah.
Like,
do you ever think she turned it off in between shoots and stuff?
Oh,
or do you think she just kept character the entire like week or month that they shot?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she'd been in character the last 20 years. I don't know, but like,
Well, it's like so this great story. Okay, I knew a guy that was, and I forget what character he was, but he worked in the Disneyland down in Florida as a character.
It's Disney World
in Florida as a character that walked around the park and did the character meals and all that kind of stuff. And what he said was, to get the part, like tryouts, okay, you have to have this lengthy resume of all this kind of stuff or whatever. But the moment you land, you have to be in that character. Like, you land and they pick you up.
Yeah.
You have to act like that character for like the 3-week long tryout.
Ooh.
At no point can you break your character.
Wow. It's like hazing.
When you get up for breakfast and you're just eating breakfast with the other characters,
and you're like,
in character.
Eggs. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it was insane. And he was talking about it, how, like, so many people couldn't do it, right? Like, that it was this, monstrous task to, like, just be this character 24/7. But that's what they look for, right? Like, they don't want you out there and like a kid says
but a lot of the characters,
corny or
a lot
whatever.
Of the character stuff is mascotty, right? Like, so a lot of it. So
like
really,
Stormtrooper.
Yeah, but they're all. What I'm saying is, majority of the, I think the majority of the performances at Disney World by the cast, I'm gonna call them the cast.
The cast. That's probably
would be pantomimed.
No, dude, no.
I was there. None of that. Nobody talked to me. I didn't talk to Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck or Goofy.
I could kind of see those.
That's what I'm saying. The majority of the characters.
Like Snow White.
She didn't talk to us. She just smiled and we took a picture and.
That seems lame.
You know what I mean? Like I'm saying the easy way to fulfill your obligation is through pantomime.
I don't know. That's lame.
Sorry.
I just feel like you have to interact.
I know. I'm just saying the majority of the characters don't. Anything that's mascotted doesn't.
I mean, if I was Darth Vader, I probably wouldn't interact. I would just give people looks, and then like walk away.
Did I tell you? Have I told you my Disney World Darth Vader story?
No. So this will be the last story.
Okay. Do we have time for it?
We have time for it.
Okay. So we're at Disney World. My kids are like young, like, I don't know, like 3 and 6 or 5 and 7 or I don't know.
Whatever, around there.
Whatever. I just realized I gave you 2 different ages that were different gaps, right?
Yeah.
They were young. And we're not Star Wars people. Okay.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
Yes, I know. I'm aware of all your faults.
I'm just a little young for it. That's all. I was like the in between, right?
No,
like
you're not the in between. They've had movies from the
70s
to now. At any point, you could have watched said movies.
There was that gap.
I wasn't born in the 70s, but I still watched it.
I know there was that gap.
I don't know. Whatever. Go ahead.
We watched real westerns,
dude, it was
not space westerns.
It was on a TV all the time as a kid. All the time. It's like TBS had it on back to back to back, like once a month for my entire childhood.
You have a different TBS than I did. All we could watch was the Atlanta Braves.
All right. Anyway,
but we're cruising through, and the Disney's got all the Star Wars-y stuff, and it's really neat, right? It's all cool, but I'm not like super into it. The boys know who Darth Vader is. Maybe they'd seen one of the movies or something, maybe not. But that's so. Anyway, this lady comes up to us, and she said, just right up to us, she's in kind of some costume that looks kind of like peasant-like, right? And she's like, "Hey, do you guys want to, we have extra spaces in our Padawan training program. You guys, we're going to do lightsaber training and costuming, and we got some extra space." And apparently this was something like you can pay and reserve.
Sure. Oh, I'm sure it's expensive,
right? It's a great thing. Well, they're just like getting it off the ground. This is all kind of new at the time. And I don't know, maybe it was the fact it was like a Wednesday or something. They weren't booked solid. So anyway, I was like, "Boys, do you want to go lightsaber fight?" And they're like, "Sure."
Duh.
So, she takes them by the hand, and we go over and sign them in on the thing and sign the little waiver, and, is there going to be sword fighting or whatever. So they go off and they do their training thing, and we're supposed to go over here and just wait because they're going to come out and do a performance. And it's going to be really cool. So there's this rope, and we're standing behind waiting, and I think they trained for like 15 minutes, right? And they put on these like burlap sack looking costumes, and they all come marching out with these lightsabers, and they all stand on little different circles all over this platform, and it's all decorated up like it's part of some other planet, right? And it's this building behind it that looks from the movies, and so they come out and they do their different training moves, right? So all the kids are lined up, and they're all different ages, and Owen's probably the youngest, and his little burlap sack's like falling off of him, and he's got his lightsaber, they're making the noises, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, good job, kids. You've shown your parent, you've shown everybody you're ready. You're full blown Jedi ready. You'll be ready for battle someday." And then the doors open behind, and all this smoke rolls out. The fog machine's going, and you hear that.
And all the kids screaming. Right?
And Darth Vader, all like 6'6" of him, comes strolling out through the smoke with this like this lightsaber comes out, and the little Padawan lady is like, "Get him, kids!" And like half the kids scream into battle, right? And it's this, and there's the other one too with like the double-sided stick thing.
Darth Maul.
That guy was there, and he was even creepier.
Yeah, that's a creepy.
And anyway, Owen was like, "Nope. I'm out." You know,
that's
like
an over me, dog.
so it was like a really quick like fight or flight experiment, right? You had all these kids, and half of them were like mic dropping their lightsaber, like, "I'm out."
I'm new to this whole Jedi thing. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. No, I am not a Jedi. Anyway, so they had there's a big, and there were some other like troopers there or something, but it was a big battle right there.
Wow.
And I think like some of the older kids, the 11,
Sure.
12-year-old kids, like they knew what was up.
Yeah, they knew it's not real.
But like the 5 to 7-year-olds were like protecting their mothers, right? Like they're like, "I'll get him, mom." It was crazy.
That's it.
But I'd say it was super crazy for us because we didn't know what we walked into. Whereas
Sure,
everybody else there has probably been planned. Like the
Right.
pinnacle of the
Like they
trip
knew it.
was their reservation
Right,
for
right.
fighting Darth Vader.
Right.
And we were just like, whoa.
What is going on?
That
What
got
did we sign
real
up for?
quick. Anyway, that was my big, long story. Hope you enjoyed it. This has been a lot of fun. And we will keep you posted on the outcome of our food prep Halloween, welcome to October podcasting. So feel free to use any and all of our hacks, and the Layman's Term podcast cookbook will be coming out soon.
Later.
Later.